Hi everyone. I tried to make a video earlier. I sort of rambled. Let's just say, I found, um, I tried to find canon information about certain FNAF characters. First Cassidy, then Michael Afton, but instead of Michael, I found some things about William. Now, from what I, um, so from what I can see, the information given about Canon William Afton is from the books, the Silver Eyes trilogy, which might explain a lot. Now, at first, when I originally did my earlier video, I read it from my phone, but you know what? I'm just gonna, just scroll through it so you can see for yourself. I'm not sure if anyone who runs this Tumblr page is active anymore since the last update that, to my knowledge, is from 2021. Don't ask. Canon William Afton did not like Henry. William Afton smiles often. Yeah, especially in the games. William is charismatic. I like this. William Afton tends to speak politely. And I can actually see that. William believes in the supernatural. William Afton is not insane, being that he probably doesn't suffer. Being that he probably doesn't suffer from a mental illness, and he is probably not considered a serial killer. William Afton does not enjoy murdering people. And I tried to explain it in the earlier video, but basically, he murdered people and continued murdering people for scientific purposes. Don't ask. I'm trying. So this is probably a weird one. William wanted love for some reason. William Afton is afraid of death. Which honestly, yeah, might be true. Very true. William Afton's supernatural abilities. Scott said in his Doco interview that he does put science fiction into both the FNAF games and novels, which, considering, like for example, sister location, it makes sense. If you also add supernatural elements to an already horror franchise about a disturbed man murdering mostly children, and the children possessing animatronics, then sure. Yeah, definitely. Now, I'll just let you read this for yourself if you have Tumblr, but basically, in short, at least in my opinion, William can control the animatronics remotely, seemingly using his mind, and is able to see through their eyes. Basically, mind control, controlling their minds. And that happens to be one of my favorites. William's character development. Pre the Silver Age trilogy and flashback. Professional, friendly, cheerful, healthy, and energetic, helped Henry build the animatronics and run the restaurants. The Silver Eyes. Dave Miller is a character William plays to avoid attention, which would make sense. He has ill health, not mentally ill. He fears death, of course. Despite being aware the springlock suit is dangerous, he is a desperate risk-taker. That might make sense. William is envious and resentful of Henry. Makes sense as well. He is intelligent, charismatic, and dramatic, polite, wants love, which I'm still not sure about. At least in my honest opinion. Removed many of his organs voluntarily for research, using science to cheat death, honest, and having a calm demeanor. Okay. Now, considering that William Afton is most likely a narcissist, William comes off as a cheerful, approachable businessman, but it's a character that he plays. William Afton's voice actor, P.J. Haywood, was personally instructed by Scott Coffin, who went on to approve the performance and add it to the games, meaning Haywood's William is canon. And William Afton was inspired by Hannibal Lecter, which, makes sense. Haywood plays William as an intellectual, brilliant, cultured, sophisticated, perfectly calm, and a charismatic, smooth talker. Both the Fourth Closet William and especially game version William are most likely William Afton's true personality. Why William Afton wore Spring Bonnie while afraid of death? Okay, this is my favorite. In the Fourth Closet, William explained that he was placing his organs in the molten suit so that when he died, his soul would follow the flesh and he would possess the suit. Which, considering that his daughter, Elizabeth, dies in Circus Baby and her body melts in the animatronic, William says that when he died, his soul would follow the flesh and he would possess the suit. So, much like William, Elizabeth's soul would follow the flesh and possess the suit. Okay. This probably also works for the other children that he murdered, the 5 missing children. Gabriel, Jeremy, Susie, Fritz, and Cassidy in their respective animatronics, but for Cassidy, let's not ask. This, I found, and I don't want to ask. William Afton murders for scientific reasons. Now, for the events that happened in the games, the early events of Five Nights at Freddy's, due to the Unwithered Truths version of events, William Afton was envious of Henry, either jealous or basically worshipping him. When one of William Afton's children, David, dies due to an accidental prank by his brother Michael, David, is crushed by Fredbear, one of Henry's animatronics. And before David dies, William tells his son that he'll put them back together. Now, even though William Afton is a narcissistic and has basically a lack of empathy, he's calm and polite at least. So, if I would imagine, his body language would basically his body language would be like he kills Henry's daughter Charlotte out of revenge for the death of his son. Later, when he notices the puppet acting differently, he comes to the conclusion that Charlotte possessed the puppet, and decides to experiment by creating the Funtime animatronics to kidnap and experiment on children to recreate what he did to Charlotte. But when Circus Baby's Pizza World opens, William's daughter Elizabeth dies in Circus Baby, and she possesses Circus Baby. William notices this and has proven that possession is real. But he needs more proof after his Funtime animatronics are just he cancels Circus Baby's Pizza World, a fake story due to gas leaks to cover up his daughter's death, and has his Funtime animatronics moved to a facility. But he then notices that Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is thriving, and even though he tried to ruin Henry's life by murdering his daughter, Charlotte's death was covered up. William also still needed more proof to prove that possession is real, so he takes a spring Bonnie costume to the Freddy Fazbear's location and murders 5 children, stuffing their bodies into the animatronic suits. And like William in the books and Elizabeth in the games, their souls follows their flesh and possess the animatronic suits. And after the missing children's incident, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza closest shuts down. Yeah.